Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Dr. Siti Nur Sabila Binti Misnan and friends. On this occasion, we will discuss about the public participation in decision-making process with the issue of conflict in the process of drafting the Omnibus Law. Before that, I will introduce myself. My name is Rama Wahyu Permatasari, my matric number 702088. What is the public participation? Public participation is the interaction between government and civil society through various mechanisms for designing, evaluating, and implementing development policies, projects, and programs. Public participation is two-way communication and collaborative problem solving that aims to reach better and more acceptable decisions. Participation can be direct or indirect through intermediary institutions or legal representatives and needs to be involved and organized. So, public participation is an activity in which the community and government collaborate or jointly make policies, decisions, solve problems with the aim that policies can be accepted and applied in social life. What is Omnibus Law? According to Audrey O'Brien 2009, the Omnibus Law is a draft law that includes more than one aspect, then merged into one law. Omnibus Law is a bill that seeks to change, revoke, or enforce several provisions in various laws. It means the Omnibus Law contains amendments to several laws that are placed in one law in order to facilitate a certain policy taken by the state, or an easier definition, the Omnibus Law is a law that changes many different laws. In the implementation, President of Indonesia, Joko Widodo, initiated the Omnibus Law on the reason that it was to cut and simplify various regulations which are considered too many and overlapping. There are 8,455 regulations at central level and 15,985 regional regulations, where this make government constraint and limited space for movement so that speed of government in making decisions is late and not quite right. For government, Omnibus Law aims to encourage national economic growth. Jokowi cited Omnibus Law is an effort to improve investment ecosystem. However, there was a polemic in the process of forming Omnibus Law. Hundreds of workers were busy protesting the discourse on the application of the Omnibus Law. The government considered that the Omnibus Law is able to increase investment and remove bureaucratic obstacles. Meanwhile, workers think that the Omnibus Law can erase workers' rights. The problem of Omnibus Law product is that it does not reflect public participation. There are news about protests and demonstrations to reject the Omnibus Law by students and workers in several regions. Not only workers and students reject the Omnibus Law, but there are also activists, several members of the Regional Representative Council, civil society organizations, and the religious organizations. I also took part in the Omnibus Law demonstration in Yogyakarta with my friend from Universitas Muhammadiyah Jakarta on 9 of March 2020. Demonstrations in Indonesia were mostly riots, anarchic, and even destroyed public facilities such as by burning them. The Omnibus Law's problems. First, made in a hurry. President Jokowi has targeted that Omnibus Law can be completed in just 100 days by DPR or Indonesian Parliament. The product of Omnibus Law draft is considered to be in a hurry to be passed. Second, lack of political communication. The lack of political communication both by government and task force with civil society, so that it is difficult for civil society to obtain information about the development and content of Omnibus Law. The discussion of the Omnibus Law has minimal access to be able to find out about developments regarding the discussion. Third, politics of relation. The process of drafting Omnibus Law only involves business parties who have close relations with the government to form an alliance of a task force. In the process of drafting the Omnibus Law by forming a task force that is dominated by the entrepreneur, it is a form of political relations between the two institutions through policies owned by the government. Fourth, lack of political participation. The lack of political participation for lower classes. It does not involve various kinds of stakeholders who have a direct connection with the Omnibus Law product, such as labor unions, environmental activists, human rights activists, and other lower class community groups. This shows that the Omnibus Law product in its preparation is very non-participatory by not involving workers as one of the sector who will later feel the impact of the Omnibus Law directly. Pros and cons of Omnibus Law. First, President Jokowi stated that Omnibus Law is able to simplify convoluted regulations. Omnibus Law can strengthen the national economy by improving investment ecosystem and Indonesia's competitiveness. Cons, eliminating the minimum wage, eliminate severance pay, freeing contract labor and outsourcing or labor market flexibility, facilitate the entry of foreign workers, eliminating social security, eliminate criminal sanctions for entrepreneurs. Impacts on society and country. Impacts on society. First, harm to the workers. Second, loss of claim rights by the people. Third, the people lost faith in the government. Meanwhile, impacts on country. First, the birth of an undemocratic law product and has the potential to encourage the interest of a few groups. Second, gaps in corruption widened due to narrowed oversight mechanism. Third, resulting in prolonged conflict. Suggestion: President and DPR or Indonesian Parliament need a more comprehensive review of Omnibus Law, fulfilling the principles of openness and community participation by opening space for dialogue in various directions by involving all stakeholders including laborers, or workers, activists, and other workers' communities. The discussion of Omnibus Law must be carried out in a transparent, careful, and unhurried manner, and its substance must be ensured that it does not go beyond the Constitution and still accommodates the philosophical aspect of the various amended laws. Then, the government is obligated to provide public information to public with various infrastructure that are owned so that community can easily contribute or participate positively in administration of the intended government in making policy. This will minimize the occurrence of various conflicts related to policies and policymaking process. The government needs to adopt policies that ensure the process of improving statutory system runs systematically and continuously, one of which is to form a special institution that unites various functions in the formation of laws and regulations. The conclusion: the issue of Omnibus Law in Indonesia has generated controversy. Omnibus Law was initiated with hope of providing space and convenience in investing in business in Indonesia. It's just that the desire for fast work, announced by President Jokowi, actually seems full of haste. He wanted to finish it quickly, but there were many aspects that were not accommodated, including various stakeholders related to the Omnibus Law, which led to rejection, thus causing conflict or large-scale demonstration carried out by the community as they protest action against the government. Government and DPR, or Indonesian Parliament, must create a democracy that respects public participation. That way, resulting legal non-products will produce efficiency for all parties and will be effective and responsive. That's all for my presentation. Thanks for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.